just dropped to the ground. He dropped to his knees, and he was just pounding the pavement and said, God, take away my addiction, take away my anger. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, and was just going crazy. And my name is Jason Zia. I'm with Love San Francisco. I'm here to give my testimony of last night. It's just an awesome the way the Holy Ghost was moving. We had an encounter last night where my partner was actually ministering to somebody else, and I stood off in the distance and I was intercessoring and I was praying for my partner. Well, I was standing in the background actually, and I had my backpack on, and I had my hood up a little bit because it was a little chilly, and I noticed a gentleman coming toward me, and he just made eye contact with me, and I knew right then and there I'm going to talk to this guy. But it was funny because he came up to me and he finally approached me. I didn't say a word. He came up to me and asked me if I had any drugs, and I said to him, well, what do you mean? And he goes on to tell me the heroin, and I said, I have something for you. It's gonna blow your mind. And he was super excited, like he was just excited to get this drug, so to say. And I went in my bag and I pulled out the message. And he goes, well, what's this? And I said, man, this is a permanent high. This is something that'll just blow your mind, you know. And you go on and tell him, and you know, he ended up getting really upset actually, telling me about pretty much cursing Jesus, saying Jesus has never done anything for him, and how he was an addict, he was a heroin addict. And that particular night, last night, he actually shot up. He was clean for 6 weeks, and when he came to me, he literally just got done shooting up an hour before. So I let him vent about his hatred for Jesus, his anger toward God. And then I asked him, can I tell you my story? And he said yes, and he allowed me to tell my story and tell my testimony of how God allowed me to conquer drugs and homelessness and things that I battled. And after hearing my testimony, he actually couldn't believe it. And he said, well, you know, he knew about God. He knew about these things. And he said, I want to come to God. I want that. I want that experience that you're having. And I said, brother, it's free for you. And my partner came over and I said, is this something you want to do? And I had to tell him, you got to count the cost. This is a complete surrender. You have to understand this is a commitment. This isn't just a line you say to come into my heart, Jesus, but this is a lifestyle. And he just said, yes, I want it. So my partner and I just put our hands over him. We started out putting our arms on his shoulder, hands on his shoulders. But then after that, he just dropped to the ground. He dropped to his knees, and he was just pounding the pavement and said, God, take away my addiction, take away my anger. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And was just going crazy. And he accepted Jesus and rededicated his life to Christ. And it was just so awesome because even after that, he goes, man, you know, I guess he knows the city really well. He knows a lot of the drug dealers. And he said, you need to tell this message to my friends. And one of my friends are actually a big boss, a big drug dealer in this area. And he goes, you need to tell him because he wants change. And I told him, man, give me a call. I gave him my contact information, and he wants to call me and just bring all these other guys who are drug addicted, selling drugs pretty much in the city of San Francisco, and wants to spread the gospel to his own friends. So it was just a beautiful thing to see how it was a ripple effect, and how he's going to tell his friends about the gospel, and how he just gave a complete surrender, and by the grace of God, that he just came in and transformed him, and he met God there, and now he's going to send the message to his friends. So it was just an awesome encounter. It was a Holy Ghost encounter, and I was just praise Jesus for using me in that moment. It was awesome.